Hi everyone, it's Tarnished Treasures, and today I am making cream sauce with bacon and peas. You've seen me cook this a lot recently, and I did it on Christmas Eve, so I will share it with you now. I have one pot to do the sauce in, and then another pot to cook the noodles in. Use fettuccine or linguine, whatever you have. Trader Joe's tends to have linguine, not fettuccine, so that's what we've been using recently. So first thing you're going to do is take some bacon, like 12 ounces or a pound, whatever you want to do. This is 12 ounces. It's center cut. I'm going to cut this into little like 1-inch squares and cook it in the pan. Now, because this is the center cut, it doesn't have as much fat. So if you need to put a little butter or olive oil in there, go for it. I'm just cutting it up here. I didn't want to stick it on my new cutting boards because they're wood, and also I think it would have been easier if I flipped it over, but I got the job done. So they're in the pan right now. I did add a little olive oil because I just think it needed the help to get started. So just cook that for about 4 or 5 minutes. It's not going to get crispy because it's all in there at once, but it will get cooked. And personally, I like my bacon a little bit on the softer side, cooked but not crispy. While the bacon is cooking, you can dice up a medium onion. As soon as the bacon is cooked to your liking, you're going to remove it, stick it in a bowl off to the side, but you want to leave the bacon fat in the pan. You're going to saute the onions in it. You need about 2 tablespoons. So if you don't have enough, which I didn't quite, I added a little butter and olive oil to make up the difference. You're going to saute those onions until they become soft and translucent, and then you're going to add some garlic. 2-3 cloves. I had 2 jumbo cloves, and we love garlic. And I have a garlic press, so I just unpeel the garlic cloves and press it right into the onions. Now we're just mixing the onions and the garlic together, and you're going to add a cup of heavy cream. And I am cooking with my son right now. So just stir the cream into the onions and the garlic, and you're basically just trying to cook the garlic. Heat up the cream. A little black pepper to taste. Now 1/2 cup of Parmesan Romano cheese. I think that has the best flavor and gives the best texture. I've used just Parmesan, and Parmesan Romano is the way to go. So now some frozen peas. I added about 1/3 of a cup. My daughter requested the pasta today, and she doesn't like the peas in it, so this was a compromise. But I think 1/2 cup would be good. So I'm adding the bacon back in to warm it up while the peas are warming up. Even though they're frozen, it doesn't take very long. And then the last ingredient is another cup of the Parmesan Romano cheese. I don't know why it's split up in 2 parts, but I'm just sharing how the original recipe goes. Now I'm going to add the sauce to the drained pasta. Every time I cook it, I think this isn't enough sauce to cover a whole pound of pasta, but it works every time. And I've never had to thin it with pasta water or cream. It just always turns out it's pretty foolproof. So I find it easiest to mix it with some tongs. And that's that. It doesn't even need salt because that comes from the cheese and the bacon. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This is such an easy recipe to remember. 1 cup of cream and 1 cup of cheese, and everything else really is to your liking. You cannot mess it up. If you want to save some time, when you make it, use the pre-cooked bacon. That's normally what I do. I always have some of that in the fridge, and I don't add that first. I add it towards the end when I'm adding like the peas and the cheese, because it only takes a little bit to warm that pre-cooked bacon up. So I hope you try it and enjoy.